What's going on, Kane?
What's up, Joe?
How it be?
How you been, Kane?
Overworked.
Oh, I bet. I bet, dude. I bet.
There's so much that I had to fucking pick up on. It was dumb.
I thought you weren't the mayor anymore.
I am not.
He's a state attorney.
Okay.
You still got a lot of work, though.
Well, you got me a
Oh,
little
you're the
excited, though,
op
Kane. You got me a little
Yeah,
excited about it.
you back to being an op? Yo, he used to, dude, when I first met Kane, he used to prosecute me in the fucking cells, though.
Yeah,
know,
and
he
one of the
gave me
first things
3
I did in the
conspiracy
state
to
attorney's
Nah, I feel like it's gonna be bad
office
news.
was
Bad news or good
realize
news,
that
chat?
Kay fucking destroyed a lot of evidence, and that got a lot of first-degree murder charges off of some people.
Oh, hold on now.
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. So what's going on, Kane?
Hey,
Anyway.
1068.
Yeah, what's going on
What
with
about
it?
In terms
Don't
of...
break my heart, bro.
So, the idea is liked. The idea is favored. But the idea is, from what I've been told, not worthy of a hard location yet.
What?
The only thing that I can think of is they want to see something along the lines of like what Ellie's been doing for Grind, where like you've done a location, shown how a location would work, and then give an individualized building.
Yeah, but bro, I mean, it's gonna spend $300,000 for a building to show what it's gonna be, design it, to then get a different building to spend another $300,000 on another building.
Not worthy?
I know
You know what I'm
mean.
saying? That's a whole lot of grind that I don't be
Not
making
worthy
that much
yet,
money,
it says?
dude,
I know.
to pay for all that.
I learned this when you were gone for a hot minute, and I never saw you again to let you know.
So it's not, we're not worthy yet to get the building? What can we do better to like get the actual building?
We just told you, they want to see us buy like a house, for example, and do the casino out of a house. And if we do the casino good, like well out of a house, then they'll do that for us. Which
Oh, I see.
They've been doing roadside gambling.
Yeah, because the belief is that it's performing well enough and doing well enough that it's going to generate enough money to get something like that done, and then help you from there.
Wait, what? Wait, but I'm confused. But so hold on. If we did get a building, right, would it be just like they open the doors, or are you talking about as in they would design, like they would construct something?
I introduced both ideas, and both were not. It wasn't. Basically, they said no. Like, there's no nice way to put it, other than.
So they won't open the doors. Like, for
Right
example,
now.
this warehouse, how for K, how the warehouse got open.
Never seen
They
inside
won't
of it, but
open-
yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it's like a
Basically, they
house.
opened the
Like,
doors and it was a shell of a house, and then we did, we had people do all the design and stuff like that, like Zakita and that.
Right.
And that was a no. That you said that was a no.
For right now, yes.
And then construction's also a no.
For right now, yes.
So, and they want to see something what Ellie's doing with Grind. What is Ellie doing with Grind? Like she's just
running the entire business out of her own property.
yeah, but it's just like it's a grinding business where she buys materials and resells it, right?
Yes. Her proposal went through, and I didn't even hear back on that one. So it's.
I think she's trying to get like an office
you want
stuff,
them to
but-
do a
okay.
casino in an apartment, for example, to see how it works, and then possibly construction after that. Or...
From everything that I've seen so far, yes.
Okay, so we got. I mean, I have a small place we could turn into that, but I mean.
Maybe we could just.
I don't know.
Actually, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. Suarez, fuck.
So we basically have. I mean, so yeah. I'm just making sure I understand this right. We basically need to make the casino out of an apartment or a house, and then if that does good, then we'll be good. The roadside stuff, like they want to see more. Am I understand this right?
Right, because more or less, I showed them the proposal. I explained to them how well doing everything from pop-up locations has been doing. the most I can think of beyond that, open a farmer's market stall, gambling at the farmer's market. I don't know.
Also, I mean, the only problem with that is that this type of business, you kind of need help, right? Because even if I open up a house and make a casino interior, that doesn't mean I'm going to get tables in there, right? Like, I mean, I could still, you know, I could host some dice games in that bitch. I could do the same shit that I'm doing on the side of the road, but I need help with an actual table or the dealer that could host blackjack, for example, how Rami used to have it, right? Or I mean, I guess that we could open up the casino with an interior and just do blackjack, but with dice instead of like an actual dealer.
I guess what I think what Peanut's trying to say is that like what we've been doing on the streets is what I think we would be doing in the property.
That's the showcase.
Yeah, to showcase what we can do in order to get, you know, into a building with, you know, the tables and stuff. And then, you know, like we're already hiring employees. Like just this morning we already hired someone to go out and do roadside gambling. I think that's what he says. Like, you know, what is like what are you guys looking to get from a like different from the inside of the building to like roadside stuff that we're doing on the streets? You know what I'm saying?
Because correct me if I'm wrong, Peanut, you want like actual tables you're running.
Yeah, I want a blackjack I want a table. Like, you know, if you go to the Royal Casino, they have tables with dealers and shit like that. It'd be nice to have some shit like that. You know, like actual tables. Yeah, basically. Because I feel like if I open up, we could do that, honestly. I own an apartment here that I just use it for storage. I could turn it into a casino, but, and maybe even add a table, but like, it would still just be the same stuff that I'm already doing on the side of the road. It'd just be dice games, you know what I mean? Just holding, you know?
Basically, we would be taking the customer there, and, you know, instead of, you know, doing what we do on the side of the road, if that makes sense.
Like, what would they want to see, you think? Like, what do you think?
I'm not, honest to God, I'm not sure.
What if they just get a table for now, in front of the 1068?
That would be great. Actually, we don't. I mean, we could do
or like
that.
a tent,
Peanut.
you know?
Yeah, we
like
could
a
literally.
Tent.
I fuck with that idea. I don't know if you fuck with that, Peanut, but I do. I think if we could if we could just get a fucking tent, like a farmer's market tent, just pop down like right on the side of it, like we can make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Then like could we get that? You think? Just like a tent with like maybe a table or two.
They're not gonna give a shit. They're not gonna give a shit.
Not even a tent, you think?
Well, that's the thing. For an additional idea about that, I would suggest going to Boblo with, because he's now the mayor. I don't have a say in that stuff anymore. But I don't think the idea is too far-fetched.
Because at least if we do it that way, at least people will start getting oriented with the 1068 location, like where we want the building and where the numbers are and stuff, you know? Like if we had just a side of the road tent, like that could be great. And then that could show that we're,
so a lot
you
of
know.
people ask, why is it called 1068?
Yeah, so that way that could also orient them better with the location and shit, you know? I don't know. I think that's a like good middle ground. No, gets them oriented with the location where we want the casino, where people would normally come, and then one day, you know, from a tent, maybe we can get that into the, open the doors of the building, you know.
Honestly, it doesn't sound bad, but I can't tell you if it will or will get done, you know.
So who do we speak to?
Is the farmer market only for food?
Yeah. Well, he'd be a good start. Give me one sec.
I think. Well, we don't want to go to the farmers market. I think the whole idea about what's so good about your idea, Hazel, by the tent is the location. Like that's like we want to orient people with the location of where it's gonna be. Yeah, exactly. We want people to know, hey, this is where this is at, and soon we're gonna open these doors right behind you. You know. But I don't know.
But who that care?
Current mayor.
Boblo. With a B, not a P.
I ain't never seen this dude before. All right, well, I'll speak to him. I'll see what's up.
Oh,
I'll see what's up, dude.
All right. I appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
dude,
remember,
sounds good.
if the cops are being assholes, call the state attorney.
All right.
Appreciate you, Kane.
All right.
I thought you were an op though.
I can still help out
He's
if
both.
cops are being assholes.
Okay.
He's both, dude. He plays both sides.
Ah.
So what do we think, Suarez? What do you think?
I really think like I think if we could get a tent there, like that would be a fair trade-off. Cause like moving it, like I have a barrio apartment or the pub, but like the whole idea is like roadside gambling, but like it's gonna be, we've told everyone's gonna be based in La Sol. Like I don't know. I if we could just get a tent pop down there, that would be so much better, bro.
I could turn my apartment into a casino, but I just don't understand the difference, right? So I would turn my apartment into a casino and then take people there to do the same
dice games.
that
Yeah,
we've been doing.
exactly. Yeah, that's exactly it. But that's what I'm saying. Like when we, I mean, the tent would be, if we could get a tent with one table, that would be good. You know, like just on the side of the road. You know, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Which apartment would you even use?
The one that I bought, that me and Zolo have, I guess. I don't know.
The little cubby in the cubby, though?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Where else could we? Yeah.
Yeah, but then you have to remember you're bringing like random people in there.
I mean, I know, but what else? What else we gonna be doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I think if we could get a tent, I mean, would we want that? You know, like a tent there? Would you like a tent with a table? Like a tent with a table, like
Something
just on the
portable. You can bring the table anyway.
Yeah, but it's just we guys, we saying that, but that doesn't mean they're gonna give it to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's road shot for now.
Yo,
What's up, guys?
chillin'. What's going on with you guys?
What's up, Joe?